Welcome to this edition of the Weekly Dose, Challenge Your Perspective. This is Patrick Dare in Washington, D.C. A no means a no. When a woman says no, she means it. And this is not for you to think that she's playing hard to get, and therefore a challenge to you to find out how tough she is and take your way with her. It does not matter at what point you are, whether you've just started being intimate and she says no, it is time for you to stop. Recently, we saw reports of an MP, this Imenti Central MP, Mr. Gideon Mwiti, accused of raping a woman that he was supposed to be working with. Of course, initially he totally denies, according to reports, knowing this woman ever. And then, of course, subsequently giving different iterations of times that he was with this woman and claiming that he did not rape her. It's even more despicable that a doctor was involved in testing this woman for HIV before Mr. Mwiti did what the woman is accusing him of doing. What kind of oath did this doctor take? What kind of confidence does it give to the people of Kenya about the ethics of professionals? Data shows that 1 of every 4 women in Nairobi is raped or sexually assaulted. This is damning data. These are people's wives, people's mothers, daughters, sisters. And the violence on women seems to be something that is taken very lightly. Take, for instance, when the president went to Japan with a convoy, a woman MP accuses her colleague of advancement that she did not want. And when she said no, this person calls her useless and ridicules her. And we can see from the charts that were reported how light is made of it. Oh, don't worry. Just come back and we'll talk about it. At the highest level in Parliament, there was a report that a woman member gets her pants pulled down. What do we make of our MPs and our people at the highest echelon? Not too long ago, we saw in the streets of Nairobi and other cities where women are stripped naked just because they're wearing a certain type of clothing that the men do not approve of. Humiliated in front of hundreds of people. It became almost a sport. Men taking upon themselves to make judgment of the dresses that the women wear. They don't like it, therefore we're going to make you run in the streets naked. The teaching of our young men is very important. And we must look at programs such as the Youth Movement of Truth program to teach the men, the young boys, that there's great value in respecting the women in our society. But this should not just be a program. This should be something from the house, for the men in the house to teach their boys that as you grow up and you know about relationships, it's a relationship. And when you make an advancement towards a woman, she says no, it is a no. And you must respect that. You must respect the position of women in our society because these are our mothers, our sisters. I'm teaching my 2 sons that a no means a no. It does not matter at what point the no is said. The woman means it. And it is her right to change her mind at whatever level you have reached in that romantic engagement. It's a no. And we must respect that. And this, to our honorable members, You must lead by example. You cannot be those that are being accused of putting the women in positions that they're belittled in society. And the police, for God's sake, you cannot give an MP, whatever mheshimiwa name that he has, at that point he becomes a suspect of crime. And you cannot be giving him rides and escorts and protecting him. You're supposed to do your job and investigate and finally present this to a court of law. And I'm not saying that this person is guilty. That is for the courts to find out. But the police cannot be giving this person a VIP treatment. That is my perspective. What's yours?